in front there? Why you can't come out? Sandy trying to push them up. No! Sandy!
I was like, geez, we options aren't really there when it comes to finding a loyal friend. And guess what happened? 2 days later, I run into this.
Good day, members of the press. We had cordial discussions. We will be issuing a joint statement later today. We had no discussions on the way forward with the local government commissions and GCOM issue.
I'm aware we agreed that there will be a joint press statement on this. I know in principle we have agreed that we will work out a clear approach to moving forward. I don't want to get into too much details because
Guyana president is claiming that the lifestyle of citizens, right, is resulting. It's the cost of living, the rising cost of living. Well, at least he admit cost of living going up, but he's blaming it on the lifestyle of citizens, right? And here what the thing say: change your eating habits. That is Kaito News of this morning.
He points to supermarkets, he points to restaurants, saying, look how the people spending. That is why cost so high. But it's bare nonsense you're talking when the same people can barely stretch a dollar, while the ones in power like yourself living comfortable, eating good, and shopping without worry.
Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worry.
Boom! Let's talk the thing is fire, fire in the wire, over there, over there. Adrian Dutchin, make sure you check out Let's Talk the Thing TV. Hey, YouTube in good again. All the tech ups, as my boy say. Let's talk the thing. Tell them from country, tell them from tongue, tell them from wherever. Let's talk the thing is love. Let's talk the thing TV. Fire, fire.
Let me talk the things, Banner. We're gonna Let's Talk the Things TV. Y'all want we talk the things or y'all don't want we talk the things? Neighbors, how you guys doing, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Let's Talk the Things TV. Your boy Fire Feelings back in the building. You know how the code go already. It's Monday. Definitely we got our next upload to drop. Definitely today, you know it goes. Gotta say blessed Monday evening to everybody. Don't matter where you are. Looking at this video right now, looking at this upload. Shout out to you. Hope you guys having a fantastic Monday. As you see how we start the video, you know with any pot bubble, you know with the snot in the plate. And you absolutely definitely positively know with up on the menu. So don't move, don't go no way. Stick around. Like we told you already, we're going to keep telling you 50K by year end. Feel free to give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and put your post notification bell on. Run up the likes on this one because it's very important. Also, don't remember to give us a hype. You know the code, you know it. So let me know your opinion in the comment section. All right, guys, and you could still drop a donation with these uploads, so feel free. So no more long talking, let's jump into our upload and we're going to kick it off with this video that we see surfacing whereby a police officer definitely on duty looked like he stopped 2 of these guys on a motorcycle and it ended up turning wrong. Now I want to know from you guys in the comment section what's your thoughts on this as we jump into.
There's a them. There's he. There's he. Come on, this con. Y'all don't come here so the details are done. No. This con, she is a sauce con. There's he, mother con. Shaki, I move the fuck in her. Why you front there? Why you can't come out? Sandy trying to push them up. No! Sandy, move! Sandy, if the police pull out the gun! You ain't got a gun, you only got a gun. Police pull out, we can't, we can't. Me ever
Well, I tell you, if the man they had a gun, if the police they had a gun now, what would really happen? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we as citizens got to respect the officers on their on duty. And as you could see, the officer wasn't even aggressive to the men them. He was holding the bike. So to me, it seems like he stopped them because of no helmet. Tried to talk to them. They either put up some kind of resistance, make you have to hold on the bike, make it reach into this altercation. Now, they think this is something good. They're going to get terrorized for the rest of their life because the man going to mark their face and then can't go away in peace. You understand? This is what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, I don't know who respect who. The citizens respect the police or the police respect it. This is disgrace. You know, more time when we see police brutalizing people. You know what them man deal with sad man by? Oh, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We got a boy Trats definitely had to say something about this. Let's tap in and hear what he.
Yes, people. It's me again. Well, just the other day, when them two youth man bore up each other, the friend was dating the other friend child mother. And I said to myself, I said, yo, Jano, in 2026, what kind of people we gotta choose from to actually have friends? When we choose a friend now, we gotta accept that we friend would send we home over with child mother. And I'm like, damn, this world is doomed. I was like, geez, we options aren't really there when it comes to finding a loyal friend. And guess what happened? 2 days later, I run into this. I said, wait, what? Police getting headlock on. Friend pushing the police away so the friend could run away with the motorbike. Friend ready for catch a charge for me. What? I never thought they would have seen this. I did a friend catching a charge for me by in public broad daylight with camera fucking recording and everything. I need this type of friendship in me life. Tall man, you need an extra friend cause you loyalty in question a tall my G. Yes, right? Babylon boy get box kick. All kind of flingings. With the fucking teasing in the hand. Yes, right? It's them kind of friendship I want. Is right? Me friend that see me in trouble and make sure I swindle out of that. That's real friendship. Not them fucking pick thing. Banners want to send me over me child mother and Banners talking me with girl for party cake. Banners selling me out for spliff. Banners running from party to party. Them thing is not no friend by. One time you're there on this side, one time you're there on this side. If this person giving out a Granger today, you ain't got time with me. You telling out all me secrets. No. It's friends like these I want. Friends like this. All even if it involve Babylon. And Babylon wrong me or harassing me. You don't want to hear nothing. God defend your friend. Them kind of friend I endorse. Big up to friends like that still exist. Loyalty over everything. That is it. Some of your friends is cowards out there. Right? And not for a second, and just so y'all know, not for a second me promoting violence against Babylon, but Babylon tend to take advantage of their power or their position at times. And in some situation, we have to stand up as the majority and address the situation so we can have change. And every time we address the situation, it's not always the right way or the recommended way. However, right or wrong, once you stand up, you tend to get the change you're looking for. So, hopefully this is a lesson to the officers to learn that they need to treat their citizens with more respect. Right? And for the record, if y'all could take this same approach in general when it comes to, for instance, the Barima situation, the Adriana situation, the guys that will get sent home in Barbies that was slaughtered, the little girls that are being molested, disappearing for weeks and days. If all y'all could stand up together as a unit to fight and demand change and improvement to protect our citizens, female or male, thugs or corporate, rich or poor, then we would get some results. So, as funny as this situation is, let's take this as an example of a loyal friend, and I also use it as an example to showcase the possibility that unity could provide as far as change go, right? So with the negative, there is a positive in everything. So I'm taking the time out to notice that, and hopefully this could rub off of y'all and the message is clear. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, Strats. Strats is beard trouble by yourself, man. And I know, like, that man deal with the police wicked. Real deal with the police wicked, I swear. But you guys leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts, alright? Anyway, as we move along, we see whereby it looked like APNU and the Win Party had a meeting today. Now, we're not really clear what really went down, but we see whereby Mr. Muhammad was definitely approached by the journalist and was asked some questions. Viewers and subscribers, let's listen what's really going on.
Good day. Could you tell us, what came out of the meeting? Any agreements?
Good day, members of the press. We had cordial discussions. We will be issuing a joint statement later today. We had no discussions on the way forward with the local government commissions and GCOM issue. So we will be issuing a joint statement. Dialogue will continue. And as I've said, the meeting was well done.
But why no discussion on GCOM and the issue of the local government commission? Those are two primary issues.
Yes, both parties, we have to go back, discuss with other members, other MPs, and we will discuss that on the way forward.
So what exactly did you discuss?
Well, the joint statement, the terms of reference, and possible, they want to set up a MOU. Possible, yes.
An MOU to do what?
Joint statement will contain all that information that we have agreed to put out later today. So I don't think it is fair for us to go through all of that when we have already agreed to having one agreed upon statement released to the press, which I'm sure all of you will receive. So that basically sums up all that we are allowed to say at this juncture, because we have to respect the decisions that we would have taken in the room to allow the joint statement to reflect what was discussed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Norton. What could you tell us about the meeting, the outcomes, the issue of the local government commission and the nominees, the issue of GCOM and the commissioners?
As far as I'm aware, we agreed that there will be a joint press statement on this. I know in principle, we have agreed that we will work out a clear approach to move forward. I don't want to get into too much details because I don't know what you were told, but we agree in principle that the two parties will issue a joint press statement on the outcome. I thought the discussions were cordial. We didn't get into the issues that were there because we want a kind of a framework to operate on, and we will move forward with that.
Why do you need a framework?
Because if you go forward without a framework, what is guiding you? If you're in serious negotiations, you need to have clear principles, a clear framework to be guided. You can't just hopscotch.
When you say framework, you're talking about like a MOU. You wanted MOU
Well, we will
to...
end up with an MOU at some point, but even before you arrive at an MOU, you have to have some basic things that guide you, and we agree to work on those things. You know, they're going to consult, we will consult, and then...
Well, viewers and subscribers, as you just know, heard, the Win Party and the APNU. Yo, this is great. This is wonderful. Just yesterday, we had the unity, or this weekend, we had the unity between the 6 and the 7 Trinidad music. Them man say unity, Bonalwar. Now we see by APNU and Win Party definitely link up. And of course, you know, them man can't share everything already going on. But, I just hope this stays just like how it stays as it kick off. You understand? Because we definitely do need this. You see? We definitely do need this. No joke. But you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Now, the food conversation is still on the rise. When I say the food conversation, we're talking about what the president said about Guyanese citizens eating out more than cooking and shopping at supermarket more than they shop at the regular markets. Have you got the man pause slow? Speaking on corruption, yes, he come to make it clear, let you know that the president ain't no we really they're saying.
Guyana president is claiming that the lifestyle of citizens, right, is resulting, is the cost of living, the rising cost of living. Well, at least he admit cost of living going up, but he's blaming it on the lifestyle of citizens, right? And here what the thing say, change your eating habits. That is Kaicho News of this morning. President telling people, change your eating habits. President Ali blames citizens' lifestyle for rising cost of living. The man can be overbearing. He's saying, here we continue the article, he said, dining out, shopping in supermarkets, and driving expensive. That's what driving up expenses. Dining out and shopping in supermarket, he says, driving up expenses. I can't read the whole thing, but let me read part of it for you to understand something more what the president said. President points to supermarket shopping, eating out, and changing consumer habits as Guyanese struggle with soaring prices. Guyanese are increasingly struggling to afford food, rent, and other basic necessities in the oil-rich Guyana. But President Irfan Ali says changing lifestyles and consumer habits are contributing to the country's high cost of living. Notably, the president said he can cite hundreds of measures that have already been implemented by his administration to address the issue, which persists beyond the control of government. He said, for instance, the global environment and imported inflation affect the country and consumers. Offering one example, the president explained that while the country produces crude oil, it imports all refined products such as gasoline, diesel, and cooking gas, meaning these items are more expensive due to imported market costs. Additionally, he highlighted that tensions in the Middle East have resulted in increased costs of pharmaceuticals as well as fertilizers, which have an effect on food prices. To this end, he suggested, let me continue to read, I listen. To this end, he suggested, quote, we have to also change our eating pattern in the country, and that is something we have to address. More persons today are shopping in the supermarket than were shopping in the supermarket 4 years ago, end of quote. He continued, if you look at the margins in supermarket, you will see that the margins are far different than the margins in the normal market. So that's a cultural issue that has come upon us that needs to be addressed, end of quote. Ali cautioned that the profit margins in supermarket are significantly higher due to rent and air conditioning in some cases. It is genius. Additionally, he observed, quote, people are eating out more than they were eating out 4 years ago. The average family is visiting a restaurant more than they were doing 4 years ago. That is also an issue. More people are cooking less at home than they were cooking 4 years ago. Finally, Ali stressed that retailers in Guyana have been charging exorbitant costs on items purchased from farmers. To this end, he said government may assess the establishment of permanent farmers market across the country to offer reduced prices to consumers or to customers directly from farmers. By making a pitchy farm here, Importantly, the president made it clear that cash grant will not solve the issue of cost of living, but rather a holistic approach. I wonder when he can take that holistic approach. He said, we have to address the issue of cost of living from different perspectives. No amount of grant would address it. Grants are there to support different levels of vulnerability and to support injections to family income. We have to address it in a structured way. To this end, he pointed out that the government of Guyana has implemented a series of measures to assist farmers, including removal of taxes, rollover of subsidies, and others. He went on to say that despite this exhaustive list of measures taken by the government, the situation is where it currently is. The president therefore suggested, quote, so we have to address this in a multidimensional frame cultural issue, changing eating patterns, changing buying patterns, the margins that are there, when he said the margins that are there, that is the only way. It is also to be holistic, and of course we have to be cognizant of what is happening globally and what is pushing prices globally. Let me stop there because it's a little tough. It's a little tough read, and I know it's not easy. Can you imagine that the president is saying that one of the problem with the cost of living, out of control cost of living, has to do with blame citizens the lifestyle? He's saying you're dining out, shopping in supermarket, that is what driving up expenses. My Lord, I made some notes. Let me refer to my notes, right? And I say here that the president is clearly, from that statement and others that he made recently, the president is clearly out of touch with reality. Clearly out of touch. Remember, about a week or so ago, addressing the NICE issue, complaints he said about NICE nuisance, and his suggestion to deal with NICE nuisance is to get the bars and clubs take loan from the bank to soundproof their establishments. That was his idea of dealing with NICE. And I said then, I said again, that bars and nightclubs are they are not the only source of NICE, and I would want to argue that they are not even a major source of NICE. I said it before. Then, more recently, the president said that he went to the Pomeroon, and the people there are complaining about getting workers to pick their coconuts. And his suggestion to deal with that is what he call coconut picking tourism. This no joke, this is what the president said. Let me see if I can find this tape. Because I must believe, I want to believe some line from the president. Listen to it.
One of the things that the Pomeroon farmers complain to me about is that they can't get workers to pick the coconut now. Well, I have a solution. Let us make the coconut farms part of the tourism product and invite people to come and pick coconut on the farms, just like people go to pick apples and pick strawberries. And then whatever they pick, they buy. So this can become a beautiful product. Imagine you're taking them down the Pomeroon.
Coconut picking tourism. I tell you, this president out of touch with reality, He's clearly out of touch with reality. And following the last program when this thing was mentioned, what are your students in the ordinary, Here are students here. First of all, let me understand. There are some relatively short coconut trees that you already have to climb up and go all the time. Because coconut tree climbing is a skill that I have never perfected. I ain't climbing no coconut tree. Let me understand it. The short ones, yes. But once you go too high, I ain't climbing no coconut tree. Right? And somebody said, listen to what somebody said. Somebody said, when you bring these tourists to climb for pick coconut, and they go up the tree, and they put up with the Yawery.
Well, viewers and subscribers that you just now heard Mr. Pause Slow. Real thing, the president ain't really in touch with reality, but I telling y'all all the time, I want to know who's these man advisors. Or sad man is just talk for talk's sake. Because when he say invite, let be a tourism something, invite people that they could pick. Even if I come to Guyana for do business, me ain't going and pick no, why going in tree for pick? I come and doing business, yeah. One to the people them. What about the Guyanese people them? Why you can't hear? Okay, here what we gonna do. We're gonna open a factory whereby we're gonna implicate workers who could pick. If they want to pick, we can set a salary for them and these kind of thing. You would surprise to see the amount of people would show up for the work. Everything is inviting people, bring people in. That's what the president said. When it comes to we contractors, you take a whole this, and that's why they's got for import and bringing people to contract, and this bullet. Because if you set up something to teach these people how to do proper construction work, we wouldn't have that problem. But y'all does that on bringing in, let me bring in people, let me invite people. He's getting me on me nerves by no lie. But you guys leave your comments in the comments. You know, persons are still upset with what he said. Take a listen to this young man here. Having a skin problem, especially your face, experiencing spots, not removing, experiencing acne and more, definitely you need to contact Miss Shelly Campbell. Yes, she have the skincare solution for all ages, the #1 direct selling skincare company in the world. Now guys, for more information, if you are interested, remember the summertime, don't punish yourself to look the way you don't want to. Say, hey, what's up? Contact Miss Shelly Campbell on 917-602-8456, or you could visit her on her Instagram at MK_Shelly3. Remember, 917-602-8456 or her Instagram MK_Shelly3. It is the #1 direct selling skincare company in the world, and this is a skincare solution for all ages. Thank you.
He points to supermarkets, he points to restaurants, saying, look how the people spending. That is why cost so high. But it's bare nonsense you're talking when the same people can barely stretch a dollar, while the ones in power like yourself living comfortable, eating good, and shopping without worry. Don't blame the supermarkets for the burden on the poor. Don't point fingers at the man who's struggling to put food through his door. When state resources being treated like personal property, when families and friends getting comfortable, and the people left counting every cent, what kind of excuse is that? You can point to food, you can point to shopping, you can blame the restaurant, but the people know the truth. It's not just the cost of living, it's the cost of corruption, the cost of greed, and the cost of leaders who make excuses instead of accountability. A hungry nation don't need lecturers about how to spend their money. They need leaders who stop enriching themselves and start making life for everyone.
Now, I don't know if there's a poetry or what it is, but it sounds very pure or amure or whatever the mure name. It sounds good. And it is facts. I should say the man talking. You know what I mean? Mr. President, you guys need to really look into this body, because you don't understand really all that on body. Me don't understand with you guys citation on a real life level. I would really, really, really want to know. You know what I mean? But you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts. Anyway, this is probably going to jump out. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. Like I said, if you watch the video so far, feel free to give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, put your post notification bell on so you be notified when we drop a new upload or we go live. Run up the likes on this one, and remember to give the video a hype. It really means a lot to me. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. Let's Start the Things TV is where it's at. You know.